Reselling the way you know it is working. You buy one, you sell one. Why not explore other methods of making money that can work alongside it and multiply your success? Whether you're selling $1,000 a month or selling $10,000 a month, you have proven that the most common way of reselling really does work. Now it's time to think about how to scale without adding to your workload. In this video, I'm going to introduce 5 different methods of making money in e-commerce that can work alongside what you're doing now. They're not necessarily replacements. You can keep doing what you're doing, but you can add these to work alongside your business so that you can keep increasing your revenue. But before I do that, let me explain how a video like this works for those of you that are new to the channel. What I do is that I talk about the topic at hand, whether it's a title or a thumbnail, whatever you clicked on, because I don't want to make you wait for it. If you do wait though, what I do is that I go into my eBay Everything store and I showed you a few sales so you can see what is possible for you. In between those sales, I talk about comments and answer questions. So if you ever have something to say, leave it in the comments below. I also have a cool segment called Who Be Talking Shit, where we call it the trolls and we always have fun. Now let's get to the topic at hand. What are we discussing today? Today, like I said, I'm going to give you 5 different methods to make money in e-commerce that can work alongside what you're already doing now, which is one-to-one. You go to a thrift store, you buy one item, and you sell one item. Now, how can you expand your business without adding more to your workload? Let's start with method number 1, private label products. This is by far my favorite because I'm already doing this now, and I can tell you that it does work, and it doesn't add a lot of stress or a lot of workload to your business. There are 2 ways that I recommend you do this. Number 1 is that you can go and reach out to a manufacturer, somebody that makes a product, whatever product you want to look into, electronics, coffee cups, shirts, whatever you want to look into. It doesn't really matter what it is, just research the niche. But whatever you want to do, you go and you buy that product unbranded and then you put your brand on it. That is the simplest way for you to start a private label product. Somebody already did the work. Somebody already came up with the product. Someone was already building it. Now you just have to buy it, brand it, and sell it. There's also the second way, which is my favorite because I love to do this, and you can build your own product from scratch and then brand it. This right here is my own product. Most of you already know this. This is the Resellupe. I invented this. I make this here in Texas using global materials. I sell it. I brand it as the Reselloupe, and then I'm selling it now. And if you're wondering what's the best thing about private label, well, let me tell you, private label is awesome because you control the pricing, you have customer loyalty because you're building a brand, and you can scale way faster because you're building one product, you're selling one product, meaning you only have one listing, and then you're marketing the crap out of it. A well-performing listing can sell tens of units, hundreds of units, thousands of units, or even millions of units. It depends on what it is that you're selling. What you have to do is just make sure that you research the niche, see what competition is out there, and make a good product better or just brand it better and market it better than everybody else. And because the proof is in the pudding, let me show you what this product has done in sales from when I launched it on December 4th, 2024. I made some notes for myself. Since then, I have sold 331 units for a total of $5,032.96. It's been on the market for 5 months. That means it's grossing me about $1,006.59 per month just on this one product alone. Imagine if I had 10 of these products. That would be 10 grand a month on doing the same thing all the time, marketing the same product with just one listing and making sure that everybody and their mom knows about it. You gotta love private label. Method number 2 is bulk or wholesale lots. What you do is that you buy a high quantity of one item, and it doesn't necessarily have to be just one item. You can have 10 items or 20 items, but every single item must have a high quantity, and then you must buy it at a low price. What you do now is that you bulk it up in tens in volume of 50 or 100 items and sell it to one customer. What happens here is that it saves you so much time because now you're not looking for 100 or 1,000 customers on eBay or Amazon. You can find one customer that wants to buy the whole lot from you. Yes, you are gonna take a hit on margin, meaning you have to charge less than, say, the market wants to bear, because those people are usually gonna be resellers, people that sell at the flea market, or collectors. So they expect a deal, but if you buy it low enough, you can be sort of the middleman and make that money super fast. Because again, you're not looking for 100 people to sell it to. All you need is 1, 2, or 3 people, and they buy the whole lot from you. And let me give you a very cool, very new school, and very in way to do this. Most of you know live selling. For example, Whatnot. When I've gotten on Whatnot, I've seen people sell things for $1, $2, $3, on average $5, for example. And the only way that that makes sense is that if they're buying in bulk, either they're going to the bins and buying by the pound, or they're buying pallets. However they're buying it, the only way that you can make money that way when selling that low is that if you're buying in bulk. And that's so cool. You can do that for sure. You can buy, say, a bundle of clothing, what they call a paca, which is a big ass, just compressed pack of clothing. Usually you can get them for about $500 for something that is about 100 pounds of clothing. You open it up, you start piecing it out, and then you get on Whatnot. And you're like, you know what? Let's go. So you're getting so many items on there that it makes sense for you to make $3 or $4 or $5. And if you can sell everything, say within 2 or 3 days, you turn your $500 investment to $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, whatever you can get out of it. But the point is that you can do it, and you can do it quickly. The third method is subscription boxes or mystery boxes. And let me give you a quick disclaimer for those of you that are going to want to go and try this real quick on eBay or Amazon. You can't do that according to the fine print. You're not supposed to be doing mystery boxes. What I recommend is that you open your own site. For example, Shopify or Wix. I personally use Wix when I've opened sites. I've used Wix.com, but you can do whatever you want. Just open your own site. So what does this mean? For example, if you open a subscription box or a subscription package, that means that somebody's going to pay you a flat fee a month, let's say $20 a month, for selling hats. Every month you get to send them 3 hats. They keep what they want, they send back what they don't want, and then you agree to $20. You get to send them the hats, whatever they didn't want, put them in somebody else's box and keep going from there. The best thing about this is that you have recurring income that you already know what's coming in, so you can invest that money into next month's product and you can keep moving forward. So it's a lot easier for you to understand how much money is coming into your business, because now you're not waiting for a sale every single day. As long as you have a customer, you already know you have $20. If you have 10 customers, you already know you have $200 that month. So you keep gaining steam by gaining more and more subscribers. Mystery boxes work a little different. Let's say you have wholesale or bulk sale lots, or you have extra shit that you want to get rid of. You can do a mystery box. You can say, I can guarantee that there is $100 minimum of value in here according to eBay or according to market value at the time. And then you get to sell it. So people start bidding on it, or they can say, or you can say something like, every box has a minimum of $100 and I'm selling it for $40. So they pay you $40, you send them the box, and then get to resell it like that. The fourth method is called print on demand. I personally do this myself. If you go to my YouTube channel and you click on the store, you'll see branded items like shirts, hats, and etc. So what you do is that you make artwork. You draw something, you have somebody draw it, whatever the case. You have AI draw it if you want. You upload it on something like Teespring, and then it makes the product for you. It just shows you the JPEGs or the PNG files, meaning files that are downloadable that somebody else can see. Once you start pitching it to the customers, once you start marketing, somebody's going to say, oh, I love that shirt. It's so cute. I saw it on Instagram, whatever the case. You give them a link. They go and purchase it from there. So they go and purchase it directly from Teespring. That means that you're not investing up front. You're not putting any money up front. The way that it works is that once the customer buys it, Teespring gets the order, they make it, they ship it to the customer, and you get a commission basically out of it. So you get a portion of that sale because you are the one that's pushing that product. Yes, it's your artwork, but they are doing all the legwork. They are allowing you to use their site so you can put it on there, your artwork. They're allowing you to use their manufacturer so they can make whatever prints you want, and they ship it themselves to the customer. They take a very big part of the sale, of course, because they're doing most of the work, but you get a commission. And trust me, this does work. There's people that make hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, doing their own thing. Last but not least, method number 5, digital products. I love this one because it requires a lot less of your money up front. So what you're doing is that you are going to invest a lot of time because you got to make good products, meaning you put information down in a product in a PDF file. Maybe you'll make it look real nice with artwork, however you want to build it out, but you have to look for a niche. For example, I would sell something to resellers. I could sell templates. I can sell my ChatGPT bot, which somebody already asked me. Actually, a few people asked me. I can sell whatever I want. You would be able to sell to anybody. For example, if you used to sell vehicles, used to sell cars, you can give all your tips and tricks and sell it for 99 cents to $10 to $100, depending on what you think your information is of value to somebody else. Maybe you're a realtor. How do you better sell to people that want to buy homes? Whatever the niche is, you can build that out into digital products. You open your own website and you can sell it from there. That is one of the best ways for you to make money because nobody can really be you. Nobody can get what's in here. So if you know how to put it together to where it's easily digestible and it works, you can make good money. And those are the 5 methods that you can use to work alongside your business that you're doing now, which is reselling. Buy one, sell one. If you do any of these or all of these together, imagine the possibilities. Imagine how much more money you can make. For example, I have my Resellutions store. You guys see all the products, which we're going to go into right now. I'm going to show you the sales of random products that I picked up at thrift store or wherever the case. But then I also have the Reselloupe. This is consistent money. You guys buy it all the time. And thank you very much for anybody or everybody that has purchased one of these. And by the way, I do believe in this product. This is a good product. And before we move forward, I want you to know that I believe in my product and I know that it works. But don't take my word for it. Take this person's word for it. Check this out.
What up, folks? It's me, folks. It's 23 degrees in Maine, and it's the first snowfall of the year. Of 2025, that is. You may not recognize me because I'm all bundled up like a sweet baby Jesus. But I tell you what, when I'm trying to find problems on my tractor, I use the Reselloupe. That's right, the Reselloupe from Resellutions. It finds all the snow. Look at all that. I wouldn't see the snow if it wasn't for the Reselloupe. The Reselloupe from Resellutions. Buy it now. Tell them both sent you, and you just might get a discount. Then again, I don't think so, because I don't have that much pull. Anyways, peace, love, and trail mix, motherfucker.
And that right there was unpaid, unsolicited, and sent to me by a very helpful and loyal Posse member. If you guys want to know what a Posse member is, you can click the join button down below and join us so you can get additional content to this channel. I really hope that you take this to heart and look at any of those 5 methods or all the 5 methods and include them into your business. Just think of the possibilities. What if you can invent one product that gets you to millions of dollars? Then you don't have to do anything anymore. No more listing, no more thrifting, no more doing any of that. You just see the money raking in and you can focus on marketing that one product. Wouldn't that be amazing? That is one of my goals, by the way. That is what I am working towards. I love reselling, but I want to do it in a better way. I want to do it in a different way. I want to be able to bring all of what's in here to out there. All right, now that I showed you the 5 methods, let's go to the back end so I can show you the sales. Here we go. We're going to start off with a question. All right, this is at IceRav, and they are referencing, stop comparing your sales to others, focus on building your business. He says, or he asks, when relisting with sell similar, do you ever adjust the price upward a little rather than always down? Yes, absolutely. Sometimes some items build steam. For example, if I have something from Christmas listed right now in April or May, by the time I get to November, obviously the price is going to be higher. So yeah, you should adjust up or down depending on what the market can bear. Don't ever adjust up just to adjust up because that's just stupid. It's bad business. And don't adjust down just to adjust down. You adjust to the market. Whatever the average market value, that's usually the fastest way to move your products. You sometimes ask for more because yours is in very good condition or whatever the case. Fine, no problem. But market value at average is the fastest way to get your STR up because that means that that's what most people are paying. So it would follow that they're going to buy yours before they buy a more expensive one, or yours will have more value than even a lower price one, because sometimes lower price might make a customer skittish. Like, why is it so low? If that price is so low, maybe there's something wrong with it. So middle market value is fine. Adjust accordingly. Oh, and he also says, I guess that would mess up your system of knowing how long your item has been listed for. Actually, no. So what he's referencing is that if I had an item that I started when I listed it first, it's at $19.99. Every 30 days, I lower it by 1 penny. So if it's at $19.97, when I look at that item, that I know from a glance or at a glance that it has been in my store for 60 days or 2 months because of the penny value. If I'm increasing from 20 to 30, from $19.99 to $29.99, then that's fine. If it was already $19.97, when I do $29.97, I can just decrease the penny, but increase the dollar amount. And that doesn't change my system. It still works. So you guys can do that. Let's go to our first sale. Here we go. Vintage cloisonné vase enamel Chinese floral pattern. This is awesome. I love this. This was actually in my house. I had it displayed for a long time. I love cloisonné. It's one of my favorite things to collect, but it had to go. So what I do is that I have a lot of live-in products when it comes to vintage or antiques. That means that I buy them, I put them in my home, and we display them, to look at, because they're pretty, they're beautiful. And when they sell, they go. As long as you don't scratch them, they're not any different than when I took the pictures, then we're fine. So here we go. I bought this for 15 bucks. It was made into a lamp, by the way, so it has a hole at the bottom, but still, it's beautiful. I removed everything that made it a lamp because I just think that's stupid and it just ruins the vases. But anyways, I removed everything and I put it on the description, and look, sold for $89.89. It took a long time. If you notice, it says 89 cents. That means that it's been in my store for 10 months at least. $19.99 shipping after fees and everything. I brought home $96.17. I haven't shipped this out yet, so that's going to be another, let's see how big it is. It's 12-inch, so let's just say that I'm going to ship it for about 20 bucks. It's probably going to be less, but let's just say $20. So that brings me down to 76, plus I paid 15 for it. So 66 minus 5, $61 in profit. Cloisonné is awesome. Cloisonné is a way to make these vases where it has an inlay of metal. It can be all types of metal. A lot of the times it's going to be brass, but it's inlaid in the artwork. It's beautiful, gorgeous. I love it. Let's go to the next sale. This I didn't want to I didn't want to let go of it, but I had to sell it because it's sold. I kind of wanted to put it back here in my library, but I didn't, and that's okay. Vintage MCM Vericron Quartz GMT World Mantle Desk Clock. It tells you times from all over the world. It's beautiful and it does work. I made it work. I don't just like watches or timepieces, by the way. I love clocks as well. Mantle clocks, grandfather clocks. I love all things that tell time. I have a weird thing with time. Maybe one day I'll talk to you guys about it. I'm not sure yet, but I have a weird thing about time. I constantly have to know what time it is. I don't know why. That's just me. I bought it for $4. Sold for $67.93, $12.99 shipping after fees and everything. I brought home $68.06. I have not shipped this, so let's assume that this is going to ship for, I think I remember how big this was. So this isn't going to take me, or it's not going to be too expensive to ship. Let's call it 15 bucks. So I'm at 68, so it brings me down to $53, and then I paid $4, so about $49 in profit. That is a great margin. Now, you have to know what you're doing when it comes to clocks, because a lot of them, you have to be able to test them. You have to fix them. You have to change batteries and things of the sort. I do have a video that I just shot that shows you how to switch out batteries for watches, not clocks, but watches. You should go watch that. A lot of the times, timepieces work similar, not pretty much the same, but very similarly. So if you understand one, you will more easily understand others. Next sale, here we have Pampered Chef 2430. Okay, I bought this at an estate sale. They were brand new. They were Amazon sellers that went out of business. I don't know that 100%, but from the FBA labels that I saw, because I do FBA, and a lot of the product that I saw there, they were buying probably pallets and sending them into FBA. So anyways, I bought these for $2.50 each, so $5 for both of them, and this was a set. Sold for $49.99. Free shipping after fees and everything. I brought home $32.18. So I made $27 in profit. That is excellent. Pampered Chef stuff sells. It's made well. It looks gorgeous. a lot of the like the old school moms or the moms that live in the small cities where there's a bunch of vintage items. Like for example, Wimberley, Texas. It's a very old school city. There is a Pampered Chef location there, not their standalone store, but they sell Pampered Chef there because a lot of those women love it. It's great product. I personally have some of this in my house. It's super good. I don't know if they're still making product of this. If you know if they're still making it, let me know in the comments below. I haven't bought Pampered Chef in a long time. Mostly I spend my money on Le Creuset, which is a little bit higher end than this, but still Pampered Chef is pretty good. If you see it, pick it up. Next question or comment. Oh, this is the segment titled normally, Who Be Talking Shit? By the way, this is at Dolores Miller 6956. She is not talking shit. But I wanted to show this because, well, you'll see right now. Hey, Dolores, how you doing? You're not part of the Who Be Talking Shit, but I'm going to put this up here like I said that I would. So she sent me this. She said, I listen to you in the car. Awesome lessons. My grandson, Angel, listens more than I thought. Teacher asked what they wanted to do for a free hour. Angel suggested Who Be Talking Shit hour. I explained to the teacher your channel. Now she is subscribed. So I wanted to put this out here because it's hilarious. It's fun. I normally, in my Who Be Talking Shit segments, I talk shit to the trolls that come on here and just are negative and always calling me names and doing things and whatever, bro. But I talk shit to them. But I wanted to put this up here because I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing that I am a good influence or a bad influence, but I don't think that I'm a bad influence or, I mean, obviously some type of influence, but from my perspective, I think that you should allow kids to listen to all types of things in this world and not try to put them in such a bubble, in such a cocoon that they don't know what's going on. My parents were very good at this. They let us watch TV with all kinds of things on it, like Married with Children, when I was real young. And they said, that's fine. They also taught us that these things are right, these things are wrong, but you still need to understand what's going on. You need to hear all the bad words. You need to see all the good and the bad that's in this world. And they taught us the difference between good and bad, what we should do and shouldn't do, what we should say and shouldn't say. But when you protect your children so much from the outside world, what happens is that when they are by themselves, when they finally turn into adults and they get a dose of the real world, when they're not ready for it, it can break them. So I personally don't have kids. So some of you are going to be like, you're going to say, well, you don't have kids, you don't know. Well, you know what? I don't know what I would do if I had kids, but I'm pretty sure I would do what my parents did. And I would just allow them to experience this world to the fullest and then teach them right from wrong. That's just what I think. Dolores, thank you very much for sending this in, and thank you. And say what's up to Angel for me. And sorry, I hope he didn't get in trouble with his teacher. And if they did, well, sorry. And ma'am, thank you very much for allowing him to explain what this segment is. And thank you for subscribing to the channel. I hope that I can help you make more money. You guys do such a great job as teachers, and you don't make the money that you should make for teaching our youth. So maybe you can do it through reselling. Who knows? Next sale. Here we go. Converse boat shoes, women's 9, Chuck Taylor Low Shoreline. I put the next sales up here for those of you that have maybe been taught by somebody else that you shouldn't pick up items unless they're over $40 or $50 because I don't want to do all the work. And I understand you. I understand some of you. I understand that maybe you don't have access to that. Maybe your small town doesn't have access to high-end items. And you got to do what you got to do to survive. You got to do what you got to do to make your business work. So don't let anybody else treat you or make you feel some kind of way or treat you differently just because sometimes you have to hustle more than them. That's okay. If you can do bigger priced items so you can do less work, great. But if you can't, I'm going to make you feel better so that you can see that even somebody that makes 6 figures can still sell items that make a lot less money, but that still sell, and you can find them everywhere. They're readily available. Like Converse. I bought this for $3.15, sold for $17.02, $12.99 shipping after fees and everything. I brought home $14.53. So what is that? $11 in profit. I know that some of you are going to roll your eyes. Well, that's not enough for me to want to do this, me to want to do that. Fine. You do you. All I want to say is I think that sometimes people that say that are ridiculous because putting in $3 and getting 11 back, it's like a free ATM that doesn't charge you anything and just gives you free money. Who the hell is going to say no for getting $8 back off of a $3 investment? Come on, man, you're making $11. Why would you say no to that? It's like printing money. So why wouldn't you do it? I understand about doing less work. This is why, again, I build my own products because I want to do less work. But I never look down on anybody that wants to do their own thing and that's hustling hard to make ends meet, to make money, to make their business work. So I'm here for you. I understand you. And I will keep doing, or I will keep showing you even the lower end sales so you can see that it's okay. If you do enough of it, if you make enough in volume, you'll make up for the higher end sales or the sales that can bring you in more money. It's all right. Next sale, here we have Spider low cut socks. This is another one. I paid $6 for this. I bought a bunch, by the way. This is retail arbitrage. You can always find these. Sold for $22.94. Normally they sell for a little bit more, but I just sold them at $22.94 free shipping. After fees and everything, I brought home $12.40. I still made double my money. I made $6.40 in profit. So after, what did I pay? $6, yeah. So I made $6.40 in profit. That's great. That means that I doubled my money. I love it. I will take it any day, baby. And you guys can do that. Spider is a very good brand to pick up. Next, here we have Nike Cargo Shorts Khaki Men Medium Drawstring. Okay, I bought these for $2. And some people would say, well, you know, those, they take forever to sell. Well, they sold super fast. I put them up in March. They sold within less than 30 days. Sold for $14.99, $8.99 shipping. After fees and everything, I brought home $15.22 minus the $2 that I paid. So $13.22 in profit. What I wanted to show here is that you have to pick up things that are necessary. In this case, these Nike cargo shorts are very necessary because they're cargo shorts. The guys that use them, they not necessarily care that they're in perfect condition because maybe they're going to use them for hiking or they're just going to go and rip them up anyway. So they want to pay a low amount and have what they need to go do what they want to do. Next, here we have at Crate Escape Vinyl. This person is brand new to the Posse. What's up? If you guys want to know what the Posse membership is, click the join button down below. Okay, so they are referencing how to use ChatGPT to write eBay listings that sell fast. This person says, great video, man. I had started using ChatGPT to do the listing and help me with keywords, but wasn't aware of making your own GPT. Just started my own. Thank you. So outside of this, because this is a public video, I made one specific to the Posse members that I did live. So I built it out from scratch and they saw me build it out so they can see that it's not just some pie in the sky bullshit that I stole from somewhere. I show you how to build it yourself and I did it, or it's on the back end for the Posse members. So if you guys want to know what that is, if you guys want to see it, if you guys need more help, you can always join the Posse. Click the join button down below. I'm glad that you liked it, brother. I've been using ChatGPT to do a lot of things. It saves me a ton of time. I do recommend it. It's not cheap. It's $20 a month. But I have a bunch of GPTs that do a lot of different things like the listing for me and also make schedules for me for the day and a bunch of other work that I don't want to do myself. Next, here we have Under Armour Black Clamshell. Okay, this is one of the lower end items, but always sells because these are necessary. I bought this for $2. Sold for $13.49 free shipping. After fees and everything, I brought home $6.07. I was like, well, Damien, that's not a lot of money. No, it's not. It's $4 in profit, but still, when I buy cases, I'm usually buying a bunch of them from one place. They take me no time to list. It's super easy to ship because you're basically shipping them in a poly bag and they take up no space. I have a whole bunch of them. Oakley, Under Armour, Ray-Ban, the higher end ones like Gucci, Prada, all that, they do sell. This one makes a lot less money, but if you go into the Pradas and the Guccis, Oliver Peoples, who else did I have? Givenchy, and a few other brands like the designer brands, they go for bank. Trust me, I used to be in eyewear for a long time, an eyewear professional, and I know what I'm talking about when it comes to that. Okay, next, here we have Ice Cube Lethal Injection CD. Ooh, what's up? Who knows this? Man, I remember I grew up in the 90s. I was a youngster in the 90s, very young. But I love the hip hop scene, the rap scene. This was a great CD. I bought it for 75 cents, sold for $19.99, free shipping after fees and everything. I brought home $12.21. Let's call it $11.21 in profit. Again, don't skip on media, especially when it comes to 90s hip hop. Right now, the 90s hip hop and rap is hot. Also, the boy bands and a few other like metal bands. But hip hop and rap, it's hot. So buy it when you see it. Make sure you test it. Make sure that it's good. And you can make decent money from it. Super easy to ship too. Next sale. Here we have Reebok men's medium Green Bay Packers jersey number 50. I don't know shit about NFL. I don't. And I don't care to know. I don't watch NFL. It's not my thing. I watch MotoGP. That's basically the only sport that I watch. But I do know that they make money. And as long as you can authenticate it, that you know how to, like, what to look for in the jerseys, then you're good to go. I bought this for $5. Sold for $24.99. Sold super fast, by the way. $8.99 shipping after fees and everything. I brought home $20.32. So $15.32 in profit. That right there. Somebody tell me who the hell is number 50. Did I not put it on there? Man, I didn't even put this guy's name on there. Somebody tell me in the comments below, and you can talk shit that I don't like NFL. That's okay. I have no problem, if you want to watch NFL. The only times that I do watch is when I have money on it, because I do gamble. It's not always a good thing, but you know what? Fuck it. It's my money. Next. Here we have another question. This goes out to at Carol T. Rogers, Tirado 8395. Damn, that's a long name. That's a cute bear. They are referencing stop comparing your sales to others. Focus on building your business. All right. Let's see what they ask. Love your down-to-earth videos. Thank you very much. I try to do my best. What do you think is a good attribute to be a reseller starting out? I want to start, but like others, a little hesitant in starting. Well, I'll tell you what an attribute is. And an attribute is that you have to hustle, meaning you're going to have to forego a lot of the quote-unquote fun time, a lot of sometimes family time, a lot of personal time. You're going to have to forego that because you have to find, if you're working a 9 to 5 or not, but you have to find time to do all the listing, all the thrifting, all the buying, all that. It takes time. Most people are not willing to do it because they rather be at home watching Netflix, drinking a beer, whatever the case. And if that's you, then this is not going to be for you. You have to forego a lot of that. And I think that that's one of the things that most people don't understand until they get into it. They're like, man, I wanted to do all these things, but now I have to list. Now I have to go thrift. Now I have to go do all these things and I have to ship. And there's so much to do that unless you really love it, you're not going to last or you're going to hate it. So try it out. I always recommend try anything out. What could it hurt? Try it out for a few months. And if you don't like it, so what? Then just leave it. Then don't do it anymore. That's okay. I'm all up for try something new in your life. Because you never know. You might be the best at it. You might make tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars. You don't know. You don't know where it's going to take you. You don't know what it's going to do for you or to you by going through this process. You tend to find out a lot about yourself when you do entrepreneurial things like this. So I recommend just try it out. At bare minimum, 6 months. You can't try it for 30 days and say that shit don't work. You can't do that either. Try it for a long enough time, preferably a year, but 6 months, I think will give you a good sense of whether it's for you or not. Next sale, here we have Justin Men's 34 belt brown tan leather woven. A lot of people don't sell belts, by the way. They don't sell belts because they suck. They don't bring in a lot of money. I'm like, okay, I can usually find them for nothing. And I find a bunch of them because people don't know how to shop for belts. Justin is a great brand. Look at that buckle. That Western buckle, that Western look, it's an awesome look. I bought this for $2, sold for $24.29, free shipping after fees and everything. I brought home $15.32, so $13.32 in profit. Very easy to find, very easy to ship, very easy to take photos. You just have to know measurements because a lot of the times the sizes are going to be like rubbed off because they rub off of leather a lot of the times. So you have to know how to measure. And the way that you measure is that you take from where the buckle starts or the buckle ends, where the leather starts. Sorry, let me say that again. Where the leather meets the buckle, from there to the middle hole, because usually it has like 5 holes. So you leave 2 and 2 on the side in the middle hole. That's how you measure from where you start, from where the leather starts to the middle hole. That is the size of the belt. That means that if it measures 32 inches, it's going to be a size 32. You can assume that. If somebody messed with it and added holes, then you're going to have to deal with what that is. But normally it's in the middle because you have to leave a little bit of a tongue so that you can put it into the additional part, the additional loop of the belt, so it can look nice and so it can fit properly. Just so you know, for those of you that don't know how to measure belts properly. Next, here we have Columbia Men's Fleece Line Full Zip Jacket 4XL. Big ass jackets sell. Big ass dudes always buy big ass jackets. That's just been my thing. I bought it for $5, sold for $38, $8.99 shipping after fees and everything. I brought home $25.49, so $20.49 in profit. I love Columbia. It's a great brand, especially the fleece line. And again, 4XLs, pick them up when you find them. Just make sure they're in good condition. Next, here we have Magellan Fishing Shirt lot of 3. I had to lot these up because Magellan doesn't sell for a lot of money, but it does sell when you buy them in a lot. And I bought this in a big ass pack of clothing. So I said, shit, what do I do? Do I piece these out and sell them for $10 each? No, that's going to take forever and it's not going to make me enough money. So I put them all together. They're all the same size, by the way. They're all large. I bought them, or I ended up paying $3 for each because of how it came out when I bought the pack of clothing. So $3 each, sold for $39.48, $8.99 shipping. After fees and everything, I brought home $24.55. So $15.55 in profit, decent profit. Magellan is not something that you want to pick up in singles a lot of the times, because if you go to somewhere like Academy Sports, they sell for $20. So why the hell would somebody buy your used one when they can buy a new one for $20? Now, there are some very specific editions like Texas, the fishing ones that have like a great all over print. Those can bring in more money. Like I sold a Shinerbach one for quite a bit more money. But when the basic ones come around, put them together, because if not, it's going to take forever. You're not going to make enough money. You're going to piss yourself off. Next, here we have at Misty Old YouTube. Hey, what's up, brother? I haven't seen you in a while. This guy lives around my area, and I've seen him before. So he is referencing, stop comparing your sales to others. Focus on building your business. Okay, he asked, do you rewrap your grips for baseball bats, golf clubs, etc.? Yes and no. I only rewrap if it's something that will bring in like a lot of money, maybe $100 to $150 and up. If it's a golf club, because I know how to wrap them myself, so I can do them, and I know how to wrap bats as well. If you don't know how to do it, there's a bunch of videos online. I don't think I'm going to make a video specific to that because I don't think there's enough want for it. But go and look at how to wrap these, and when there is enough profit in it, why not? The grips don't cost you much. The wraps don't cost you much. You can buy them on Amazon. I personally have already a golf club set, so whatever I have left over, I can just use it to grip that. But a lot of the times you don't want to do it because most people want to grip it themselves to their own grip, or the way that they want to grip them. But can you do it? Sure. Should you do it? It depends on you. Depends on how much time you want to use for that, or what people would consider waste, how much time you want to waste, and how much it's going to bring back in profit. Next sale, look at this. I showed you guys a sale last week that I sold of the crackle glass. It was, I don't know, it was a different fruit. But these are the crackle glass pears, antique metal leaves, and so on. I put them all together. 50 cents each. So what is that? $1.50. That's $3 total. Sold for $24.97, $9.99 shipping after fees and everything. I brought home $20.83, $17.83 in profit. I'm telling you, crackle glass sells because it looks beautiful. If you put it in a bowl on your coffee table, it looks nice. Put it in the kitchen. You can even gift these. I am certain that people that like to decorate their home, that like to live in a nice place, that want to make, your house look like a home, this would look beautiful there. So don't skip on crackle glass. Next, here we have Polo Ralph Lauren vintage men's leather belt. Again, another belt. Most people don't want to pick up belts. I don't know why. I think they make money, and most of the time they've made money for me. I bought this one for $5. Very simple belt, but it is Polo Ralph Lauren. People love it, and it's vintage. Sold for $26.99, free shipping after fees and everything. I brought home $19.02. What did I say? $5. So $14.02 in profit. Now look, this is a very simple belt, but it sells because, again, it's vintage and it's Polo Ralph Lauren. and it wasn't even in perfect condition, but people love it. I just love picking up belts all the time. And as reference, look, you can charge for shipping, but my rule of thumb now is that if I have to charge, if the shipping fee that I'm going to charge is $5.99 or less, I'm just giving it for free. Like, meaning free shipping. I'm going to add the shipping to the price, and then I'm going to ship it out like that. So for example, this would have sold for $21, $5.99 shipping. So I put it for $26.99 free shipping. And why? Because these belts don't weigh much. They're going to be, that one was like 4 ounces. Some of them are going to be 8 ounces, 12 ounces, yes, but just build it into the price. And the reason I recommend that is because it's smaller items. And for whatever reason, customers just like to have free shipping when it comes to smaller, lightweight items. It just makes sense to them in their head. Last but not least, this is Body Glove Life Vest. Okay, I bought these last year at Walmart for $10.81. I bought a whole bunch of them. This was retail arbitrage after the season when it got cold. And these were one of those things that I did put them up, by the way, when I bought them. And they haven't sold until, it got hot again. If you notice, it says right there, September 6, 2024. That's a long time ago. That's roughly when I bought them. But they started selling now. I think I've sold 2 already. Sold for $32.93, $12.99 shipping after fees, and everything I brought home, $29.88. So $19.88 in profit. I bought a whole bunch of them. This is what I mean when you buy wholesale lots. I didn't buy this wholesale, but buying in bulk. Buy a bunch of one thing. You make one listing and it continues to sell through the season, through the year, through whatever the case. So always take a look at that. It's a great method for you to stop doing so much work and just ship. Essentially, you're not doing anything anymore. You take pictures once, you make one listing, and then you ship that shit over and over and over again. It makes sense. Last question or comment. They are referencing stop comparing yourselves to others. This is at Switch It Up Gaming 3863. It says, do you have a link to your group Discord? I'm having trouble finding one that isn't run by children that claim to be resellers yet talk nothing about reselling. That's funny. I don't have a Discord, and that's one of the reasons. From what I've seen on Facebook groups, Discords, whatever, people start talking a lot of shit, and I don't have enough control. And honestly, I don't want to do it because it's too much. It's just another thing for me to do. I have to tell people like, hey, stop doing this. Stop sending nudie pics, because I've seen that shit too. Stop sending bullshit. Stop sending things about crypto. And it's like, bro, it gets out of hand fast. And I don't want to open what now. The thing that I do have now is a group called Posse Members. This is how it works. On Wednesdays, I send out a post. They get to ask me 2 questions and I deep dive them on Thursdays. This is it's not a live. It's not like a group chat. It doesn't work that way. It's a one-way video answering their questions, and then they can ask more questions, or we can go back and forth in the comments, no problem, but it's easier to control. Now, in my Posse Members group, we do talk about other things, but it's not like, let's just talk about random shit. We talk about things that make sense to entrepreneurs, to being a better person, to helping out humanity, to helping out a different kind of business like my 3D printing business. We talk about ChatGPT, what's going on in the world, things like that. But it all makes sense, and we don't just waste time. So if you want to join, click the join button down below. It starts for less than gas station coffee, so trust me, it's not a lot of money. And that's it, everybody. I just gave you the 5 methods to work alongside your business so that you don't have to get rid of your reselling business, and you can keep going from there. You can use any of those methods or all of those methods to continue to upgrade your business, to continue to make more money. I do hope that you take this to heart and at least think about it, and maybe I can help you make more money. To continue supporting the channel, you can always send your thanks with the thanks button down below. You can buy the Resellupe to add value to the photos you're already taking. Better photos means better sales, plain and simple. And you can become a member of the Resellutions Posse for less than gas station coffee and get access to What the FAQ Thursdays, which is always hella fun. As always, give this video a like, share this with anyone that needs to see it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already so you don't miss awesome videos like this. See you in the next one. Peace. And cheers, everybody. Woohoo! I gotta tell you, for those of you that are constantly listing almost every day and you don't have like a backlog of drafts, you should really do that. And I'll tell you why. From last Thursday I hadn't really slept. All 3 of my dogs got sick. They ate something. I don't know what it was. I think it was some shitty food that I bought from the store, which I'm looking into. But they got really sick. I hadn't slept all Thursday. I took them to the vet on Friday. They gave them all these meds. One of my dogs was even had very bad diarrhea with it. It got so bad that she burst some vessels. There was blood in it. She was throwing up blood. It was, man, I just felt so bad. And I was like, man, if we lose them, I'm just gonna, it's gonna be the worst. Fortunately, they're okay now. But I'm telling you this because on Saturday, normally I am a go, do all your business and push every single day. But I said, my dogs give me so much happiness. They bring so much pleasure to my life that I said, they deserve to know that I love them and that I'm here for them when they're sick, when something's going wrong. So my girl and I decided to stay in our pajamas the entire day. We woke up, like we slept maybe an hour or two, woke up at 5 a.m. We're watching movies like the Marvel Universe, basically ran through a whole bunch of movies the entire day, started feeding the dogs when we could, hanging out, and that's all we did. But the reason I was able to do that is because I had drafts. So I just uploaded the drafts. It took me 5 minutes, uploaded the drafts, did what I had to do, and then I got back to just chilling with the dogs and chilling with my girl. I never really give myself time off, and I think I use it as an excuse too, to not go and work and do other things. And I do recommend that you have some sort of backup plan for when shit goes sideways so that your business doesn't hurt, because I know that some of you, you live off of this. So what are you gonna do if you can't list? What are you gonna do if you can't source? What are you gonna do to make money? So you gotta think about the future. Don't forget that.